Hello, everyone. Um, I want to read a message I've got, and I've gotten links that go along with this. I'll post them in my comment section about it. I'm not going to say who sent it. U.S. scientists have been forbidden to tell you this about the oil disaster. Share Thursday, May 27th, 2010 at 9:02 a.m. What you're about to read is what the scientists in the United States are not allowed to tell you in great fear of the Obama administration. They are under the threat of severe repercussions to the max. Scientists confirming these findings cannot be named due to the above, but what they believe they want to be known by all. Take a U.S. map, lay it flat, and measure inland just the minimum 50 miles of total destruction all around the Gulf of Mexico as to what you will read below. The carnage to the United States is so staggering, it will take your breath away. Should what the scientists who are trying to warn everyone about is even close to true, all of Florida will be completely destroyed and everyone and everything on it. You decide. Everyone has the right to read what I have just written in this article, as well as to what is written below by the scientists who the Obama administration and the BP are trying to shut up. Please share with as many as you can, Dr. I got to ask the person if I can release the name of the person that did the report. I'm not going to put somebody in jeopardy of losing their livelihood or a person that's in a position of providing intel. Summary of what is happening. The estimated super high pressure release of oil from under the Earth's crust is between 80 to 100,000 barrels per day. The flow of oil and toxic gases is bringing up with it rocks and sand, which causes the flow to create a sandblasting effect on the remaining wellhead device, currently somewhat restricting the flow, as well as the drill hole itself. As the wellhead becomes worn, it enlarges the passageway, allowing an ever-increasing flow. Even if some device could be placed onto the existing wellhead, it would not be able to shut off the flow because what remains of the existing wellhead would not be able to contain the pressure. The wellhead piping is originally about 2 inches thick. It is now likely to be less than 1 inch thick and thinning by each passing moment. The oil has now reached the Gulf Stream and is entering the oceanic current, which is at least 4 times stronger than the current in the Gulf, which will carry it through the world within 18 months. The oil, along with the gases, including benzene and other toxins, is deleting the oxygen in the water. This is killing all life in the ocean. Along with the oil along the shores, there will be many dead fish, etc., that will have to be gathered and disposed of. Summary of expectations. At some point, the drilled hole in the earth will enlarge itself beneath the wellhead to weaken the area the wellhead rests upon. Excuse me a second, I got to check my time. Okay. The intense pressure will then push the wellhead of the hole off the hole, allowing a direct, unrestricted flow of oil, etc. The hole will continue to increase in size, allowing more and more oil to rise into the Gulf. After several billion barrels of oil have been released, the pressure within the massive cavity 50 miles beneath the ocean floor will begin to normalize. Well, the replacement law that I was speaking about earlier, you remove something, you got to replace it with something else. This will allow the water under the intense pressure at 1 mile deep to be forced into the hole in the cavity where the oil was. The temperature at that depth is near 400 degrees, possibly more. I don't know about this. I'm just relaying the message. The water will be vaporized and turned into steam, creating an enormous amount of force lifting the Gulf floor. It is difficult to know how much water will go down to the core, and therefore it is not possible to fully calculate the rise of the floor. They evidently haven't gotten the seismology data from the oil companies. Otherwise, they would know how big the cavity is, and using calculus, you can calculate exactly how much volume there is. We do it with electronics underneath a wave on a oscilloscope and find out how much energy is in a pulse. The tsunami wave this will create will be anywhere from 20 to 80 feet high, possibly more. Then the floor will fall into the now vacant chamber. This is how nature will seal the hole depending on the height of the tsunami. The ocean debris, oil, and existing structures that will be washed away on shore and inland will leave the area from 50 to 200 miles inland devoid of life. Even if the debris is cleaned up, the contaminants that will be in the ground and water supply will prohibit repopulation of these areas for unknown numbers of years. End of scientist information released. Alright, now I'm going to scroll up and hide the message because I don't want you to see something at the top of my bar right now on my browser. Check this out. Let me go back over to my video. Did you see that? I see that this happens sometimes when I'm on here for an extended period of time, and my internet connection gets hinky too. Uh, yeah, they like to still play their games. That's okay. See, I don't mind doing what I'm doing. I feel it's my duty, whether it's as an oath keeper or just as someone who's trying to serve God. I know that my making these statements makes me a target. Yes, I know that more. I know I'm going to die. It's just a matter of when with this stuff. And even if they decide not to kill me and put me in prison, they won't have my flesh for long. I do have discipline of my mind. So I've made a new playlist. Is this real? And I've been getting content that's being referred to me, and it's on a variety of different topics about what I've been trying to deal with all along. The different areas of crises coming at us from so many different vectors that we lose sight of one because another one comes up and another one. But all these forces, something's going to break. I just, I see. I do this, like I say, for the reasons I quoted, but also because I want everybody out there to get your life right. Because this isn't the only life we have. Try to not just read it or speak it, feel it, live it, be it. That's the only way. So I wish you all well, and God bless all of you and all of us everywhere, the whole world. The whole world's gone mad. Uh, but then again, that's all in Revelations or uh, even in the Noble Quran. Any religious text you go to, even what people wouldn't consider a religious text. That's why I try to cover so much areas, uh, because you get the same data from so many different sources. Is there something to it? I don't know, but I choose not to live in fear. They can only destroy my body once. So, E equals MC squared. You can't destroy energy. We're energy. I hope you all find your way. I hope you all can start to feel in your heart or soul. See, I have a hard time using words. Like when I say heart, then I remember also in religious texts that the heart is the most deceitful of all. So, you know, I'm limited by my language.